He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And all the way down to the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on first down, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw. Lawrence. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
On second down and 4, Young. He'll buy some time right. It's caught by OBJ. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, it's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Double tight.
From the red zone now, Young. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Hey, Steve 6.
From the 35 on second down, Young. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coach.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. That's into the hands of Pascal. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. 2nd and 4. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. T.J. Hockenson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On 2nd down, it's Bush. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Young on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man, there to knock it away that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Young throwing again. And his throw is incomplete. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, Lawrence. And that's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They'll go again with Bush. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the side.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd and 6. And that's going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on first.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. They'll start on the ground with Bush. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Taylor. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. This is Bush. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. You can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Young will set to throw, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things different.
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
On first down, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. 2nd and long. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Preston Smith in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They'll run on first down. Bush. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it in the hands of Bush. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Young here to throw to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man, there to knock it away that time. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. To throw, Young, and that's a touchdown late in this affair.
Keep doing it. Touchdown, baby. I see you.
We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into net? And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 26. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL.